Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good morning,
Hello.
good evening, good afternoon.
Right. So, I suppose to kick it off, we'll talk about a little bit of news. First things first. Tomorrow we are supposed to be seeing the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index report. It's probably most likely that we're going to see it prompted inflation from that. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. Computer's freezing up a little.
Uh-oh. So mine. What?
Working?
Okay.
Did the power just go out? What the heck?
No, I think we're good. All right.
I think Dylan's frozen. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Oop. Anyways, I don't know, Chris, can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're going to be looking at a potential hike in inflation in the U.S. tomorrow. And also, just as importantly, the Ethereum merge is happening the day after tomorrow. So, one of the things I wanted to brush on that subject is there is going to be on every major exchange a halt of withdrawals and deposits for anything Ethereum or ERC20. So essentially what that means for our users is all the killer whale products are going to work just fine. It doesn't affect any spot trading, anything like that. It does, however, affect if you're going to send or receive Ethereum from anybody. All the exchanges are halting it anyways, but it's ideally not a great idea to send or receive Ethereum on the 14th to the 15th.
Mm-hmm. I've got a couple of emails too about mining. So if you are mining ETH at the same time too, then there's some recommendations to go to a couple of different other coins. I think most people will be mining Ethereum Classic in the next couple of days. So
that's what Vitalik was recommending everyone who's kind of struggling with the whole mining during the actual merge. That was his recommendation to go to Ethereum Classic because that's already the setup sort of direction that Ethereum miners can go to versus having other hard forks, which also we could see hard forks too coming out of this. And another reason that exchanges are halting withdrawals and deposits is the fact that there very well could be airdrops.
Yeah.
So, that would be really cool. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I think like the power cut out for like a second and all my screens went down. So now my computer's just having a little bit of a freak out at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
I can't see you guys or anything, so hopefully I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't hear, or I can hear you guys, but I can't see you guys. So.
Oh, you're tracking again now.
All right, maybe.
What else is happening in the news side of things, Tony? What else is going on?
As far as that goes, it seems like that's pretty much what everyone's focused around right now is the current U.S. inflation statistics and the Ethereum merge. However, there is also some speculation that the U.S. may be printing more money relatively soon in what's called a pork barrel for Europe. There's been a lot of issues And sorry,
There is another thing going on in the news, actually, that I wanted to touch on. Small business owners in the United States with up to 100 employees are eligible for. Most of them would be eligible for an ERC credit. Now, it's not like the same thing as cryptocurrency, which is like ERC 20. It's like an Ethereum.
Yeah, that's
Ethereum networks. It's just ERC. I forget what it stands for, but basically, small businesses are able to apply for up to $26,000 per employee tax credit for the year of 2021. So I actually just applied for that for my restaurant and catering business, or I'm in the process of applying for that. But it's pretty easy for people to apply. So if you have more than 4 employees, you're eligible to apply for it, right? And basically what it is when everybody had the PPP loans, the payment protection plan loans, the stimulus, it's basically another round of stimulus that most small businesses will qualify for. So you just have to apply to get approved. I'll drop some information in maybe the AMA channel, maybe the AMA questions channel, just in case any small business owners that watch this want to take advantage of that if they don't already know about it.
Nice.
Because I think, we had like 15 or 20 full-time employees at that time. So, $26,000 tax credit on each employee. The employees, that could be some, big tax savings this go around. So,
yeah, that's really good.
I still can't see you guys. Okay, all right, here we go. All right.
Is there any charts you wanted to look at, or?
I would love to, but I can't see what's going on right now.
Oh, okay.
All I got is audio. I mean, I could try and share a screen here.
Try and share your screen. I'll see if I can get you in. In the meantime, somewhat off topic, but every crypto conversation deserves at least a minute or two to talk about Lambos. We did end up going to this monthly
Supercar Saturday
car match. Basically it's a group meetup. This is all stuff that Dylan and I filmed ourselves. This happens just down the street from our house, but pretty much everybody that has a supercar in Miami gets
look at the purple one.
Oh yeah. Oh look, and look. I really like the green one right here.
There's the beast in the middle.
Yep. So we were part of that. Absolutely, total blast.
They had a row of Ferraris, row of Lambos, row of Porsches, row of Vipers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unreal. Like just the Lamborghinis alone, there's probably at least 100 of them there, and just every other crazy thing you could possibly imagine. And then this is of course all free to attend sort of thing. So
and they do giveaways to rallies and races and stuff too, that are sponsored by people that have car companies and stuff. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to share my screen. It's so it's not even caught up to where you guys are at right now. I mean, I guess I could try.
Yeah, give it a try here.
Just a quick question on the cars, right? Where's all the wealth coming from? What is it? Is it crypto related wealth? Where is the wealth coming from? These people driving around in these.
So it's interesting you bring that up because actually the way I found out about this, I ended up meeting one of the larger Ferrari collectors that's based out of Miami, making him one of the biggest Ferrari collectors in the world. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the way that these guys do this is they end up collecting these supercars and they hold on to them like an asset and a nice garage that's temperature and environment controlled. And get that off the screen. They keep them in these environments to where they're actually going to maintain their value, and they trade them like you would trade any other sort of stock or security or anything like that. Wow. And a lot of the ones that they drive on their daily basis are leased vehicles.
Okay.
So it's a lot of it's an image thing, but at the same time, it's kind of a niche group of people that just sell these cars to each other. For example, there's this car that came out in 2020, the Corvette C8. Not one of my favorites, but one of the more interesting Corvettes. If you were to have bought that car in the beginning of 2020, it would have cost you $60,000 US.
Yeah.
However, because of COVID, the factories that were producing them shut down, and in about mid 2020, the same exact car was going for $180,000 US.
Oh wow!
So that's actually a very big business here. Is you know, collection of supercars, even if they're not driven.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Well, I think I was able to like get a screen pulled up for you.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at what you got here. I'm gonna put that right on the screen there.
All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
We can.
All right. So what we're looking at here is a zoomed in 1 hour total chart. So each candlestick is 1 hour. Okay. And we're looking at the total. Basically, what we saw last week is this blue line right here represents the secondary parabolic trend line. That's where we've been interacting along the secondary parabolic trend line for the last like month or two, basically. And you can see it had breached below it a few times last month. So, you know, 1, 2, 3 times. Well, it just did that again last week. So basically what was happening is it was finding resistance on this secondary parabolic trend line. Now, look how accurate this is, right? That it bounces almost, you know, finds resistance exactly at it and finds support exactly at it in this area. Because if I zoom out, I've been measuring this chart, you know, with the parabolic trend lines for literal years, right? This is the weekly chart. Actually, I could probably do the daily chart would be fine. So yeah, I drew this secondary parabolic trend line back here in March of 2020, basically. And you can see if I zoom back into the hour chart, it is interacting with it like almost perfectly, even years later, which is just pretty much astounding to me. But it did break back above the secondary parabolic trend line. This is basically the line in the sand for me as a trader of, you know, we should be keeping up with this line because the primary parabolic trend line, we breached through that in May earlier this year. And that was basically saying, you know, okay, we're going into a bearish stance and we should be, you know, hovering around this secondary parabolic trend line if we want to continue to have like upward momentum of any kind. That's the total chart. Let me go over to... Okay, this is XLM. Should have... Yeah, okay, I had the other ones on another chart, but I'll just go to like Bitcoin, for example. I don't know why. I think the power went out and now my computer's running super slow, so sorry, guys. Yeah, because all my... I'm literally just on one screen right now. All my other screens got knocked out with this little tiny power surge that we had. There we go. Coinbase. All right. I use the Coinbase chart because it has the longest amount of data. But... Okay, this looks like a crazy mess, but trust me. So basically, we were in a downward, we were in a descending channel, right? And then once it broke out, this is Bitcoin, by the way, it reached its target and in fact exceeded it, which basically started to form a descending broadening wedge, which is inherently a bullish pattern. It also broke into a previous ascending channel. This looks like a crazy spider web, but at the moment, Bitcoin is in a pretty good stance, sitting around 22,360. So we saw approximately, let's just see, since the low that we had earlier last week, you know, Bitcoin's risen by approximately 21% just in the last few days. That's pretty good, right? That's indicative that there's some bullish action going on in the crypto markets. And we've been seeing a slight rise with a bunch of the other cryptocurrencies as well. That's pretty much what I got on the charts at the moment. It's been more tame price action than anything, I'd say, just recently. But the fact that we are above the secondary parabolic trend line again basically puts puts a little bit of bullish intent behind what's going on right now. If we can continue to stay above the secondary parabolic trend line, we could see, another 25% increase by just, the end of this year. Maybe even more than that if we can just continue to ride this line. So, yeah, that'd be like a 25% increase for the totality of the entire crypto market, potentially towards the end of the year. So that could be good. We've seen crazy things happen in crypto before, so who knows? It could shoot right back up to the target of 3.3 trillion, but we'll see how it plays out. I guess I'm gonna just stop sharing now. All right. What else do we have here, boys?
Well, I mean, there's a few other things we could discuss. We should talk about the progress with some of the templates we're working on.
Oh yeah, so the bear templates, I was just showing Chris that we had the setup guides pretty much good to go. And we're also going to do a discounted installation fee. The templates for the bear template is going to have a trigger system which switches between the classic template or whatever settings you decide to have based on which strategy you're using. So if you were using this suggested settings for, let's just say, swing trade strategy, it would switch between the suggested settings for swing trade strategy and the bear market template, which has its own strategy embedded into the template. Versus having to download a strategy from the marketplace. So it's a little bit in depth. I'd say it would be intermediate, if not like advanced in the terms of the kind of installation.
That's a lot.
Setup guides. It's like 63 steps already.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
I mean, start from scratch. We're also making a setup guide for if you want to start from the settings that you already have in your bot and then switch to the bear template and then back. It's a set of triggers that basically says, okay, switch when the certain metrics get hit for the algorithm, which is based off of exponential moving average.
Mhm.
When that happens, it'll switch from the bull template to the bear template. And then when the exact opposite thing happens, it'll switch back from the bear template to the bull template.
Mhm.
And that was the whole point, is so that it makes it a little bit more hands-off, so that you don't have to continuously change your settings. You can just have the template that already has the triggers to do that for you. So it's a little complicated to get it going, but the setup guides will be very in-depth. And then also we'll do, like I said, 50% discount on installations.
And we're doing that because, obviously, like Dylan said, there's like 64 steps.
Yeah, so far.
So far, and the boys are still completing that. So the plan will be, obviously, those bear templates will be released at no cost. There've been months and months and months of effort in the making. Dylan's obviously a perfectionist, so that's why the delays were there. But what we're going to do for those that may be a little bit overwhelmed in installing, even though that the templates are free, is that we will offer an option of utilizing our install service to get that up and running at a reduced rate. So obviously, spending time, Dylan's time costs money. So, but to help ease people onto those new templates, we'll offer a reduced rate for that.
And it really is, once you get the hang of this stuff, it's pretty easy. But we're just making it even just one step to make it a little bit easier, so that you don't have to worry about changing your settings, because I know this. We all know this stuff is pretty advanced. So that is that. What's next on the agenda here?
We might have a question here. We'll see in a moment.
Rosalind is BB, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, BB. All right. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of interaction. Does it say how many people we have watching at the moment?
Yeah, we've got
just one.
I mean, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it's been relatively slow. Had a nice little uptick in the market this last week, which Wasn't too unexpected since we had come down to the previous level of support around 18,500. So made a little pivot, higher low. What more can you ask for in these kind of bear market conditions?
And honestly, we'll probably see some relatively interesting stuff happening in the next week, given just the fact that we've got the Ethereum merge coming up, and in statistics on inflation hitting around the exact same time. There's there could be quite a bit going on sooner than later here, but right now it's
and going into the end of the year tends to be more bullish price action than through the course of the summertime. It's happened year on year basically for the past 6 or 7 years. So you typically the end of the year is where we see a lot more of the upward bullish performance. Now we've never seen Bitcoin operating in the kind of bear market recession after a pandemic. So this is all new to everybody. So hang in there, killer whale. Change the way you trade. We're coming out with new stuff so that you can ease your crypto trading experience and switch between bear market type setup and bull market type setup. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, you guys. What do you think?
I think so. All right. Well, have a good one, you guys. I think we'll sign off.